Good morning, everybody. Paul here coming at you with a video, this time about SmartCash, the user-friendly and business-friendly decentralized cryptocurrency with a focus on actually being a currency for people all around the globe. And this is actually sponsored by SmartCash, something I'm very thankful for. I've had a great time working with them thus far, and they are truly working hard. And today we have a very special episode courtesy of SmartCash. For those of you who have been paying attention, you may well be aware that unfortunately Julian Assange of WikiLeaks has been arrested and is now facing extradition to the United States. This is an unprecedented assault on the freedom of press and freedom of speech for individuals all around the free world, and something that is very concerning. So today we are going to be purchasing from the WikiLeaks shop in an effort to support Julian Assange and WikiLeaks using none other than SmartCash. So let's go ahead and get into it. Here we are at WikiLeaks. It is the aggregation for all kinds of sources. For those of you who may not be aware, Julian Assange is facing extradition due to the fact that he divulged information about levels of collusion in not only the United States government, but the Catholic Church and other Western governments all around the world that was previously thought to be unprecedented and potentially impossible. Well, unfortunately, and thanks to WikiLeaks, we have been made privy to this information, and the powers that be have done everything in their power to suppress this information, going so far as to even call the acts of Assange not really journalism and more so treasonous, I suppose you can say. Anyone who is a lover of freedom knows that that is indeed not the case. We are seeing worrisome precedents set. Luckily, the public outcry has been encouraging at best, and hopefully this traction can continue. So we can see here at WikiLeaks on the top right hand side we have Shop, which I've already opened up in another tab here. You can see free Assange, no US extradition. So let's go ahead and pick up something that we can use regularly to help show our support for freedom of speech and freedom of press around the world. Personally, if you're following Cryptide, you may well know I am a lover of coffee, so I want to pick up a free Assange mug, which you can see here listed under accessories. So we'll click there, and they have a lot to choose from. My personal favorite, though, has to be this one here, the Wikiman. It is a beautiful piece of art showing the Ecuadorian embassy and the faceless police that are members of the police state, simply tagged person, the individuals that enforce the draconian and dictatorial laws of the regimes that are attempting to suppress freedom of speech and press. So let's go ahead and add this to our cart, which I've actually already done just for the ease of recording. You can see here there's an item in my cart, and let's hop on over and take a look at the checkout screen. You can see here I've entered in all of my information, and the address and where I live is blanked out, but you can still see my name since that's how you can find me on Twitter, Paul Bucklad, so give me a holler. Go ahead and continue to shipping method, and you will see we are greeted by the traditional standard or express shipping. I'm gonna go with the standard shipping here. There we are. And now we can choose our payment method. You can see we can either use a credit card or we have coin payments available. This is the exciting service that makes it possible to use SmartCash in the WikiLeaks shop. So we'll go ahead and complete our order down here on the right hand side. Complete order, and we will be redirected to coin payments. Here you can see we have the name and the order number along with a plethora of coins that we can select from that we can pay with. Of course, I'm going to select SmartCash here and go ahead and complete checkout. If you remember from our Ellipal wallet video, this is the same service. It is seamless and extremely easy to use. Just like that, we have an invoice generated, and we are required to send 2,153.28208 SmartCash to this address. And we have an hour and a half to do so, so we don't have to run around frantically to try and get this payment settled. So I will go ahead and double click and copy this address, and I actually have my web wallet available on smartcash.cc. I have it loaded up with enough SmartCash to purchase this lovely item. So let's go ahead on the left hand side of our SmartCash wallet and click send to send our payment. Make sure we have our spending wallet selected, indicated by the little circle with a dot in the middle here on the left hand side. And now I'm going to paste this address by going down and clicking paste. Let's confirm SQ with a lowercase u ends in JXA. Let's go ahead and over here, SQ lowercase u with a JXA. All right, looks as though I copied the address sufficiently. The first and last letters are indeed the same, so assumingly as are the middle. For the sake of expediency, we will not look at every single character here, but if you want to ensure security, it's a good way to do so. Let's head back over to coin payments so we ensure that we enter the exact amount of smart that we need to send, again, by highlighting that amount and copying it. So here we go. Let's drop that into our SmartCash amount here, paste, boom, and there we have it. So it looks to be the fee is indeed included in the web wallet itself, so you don't have to worry about a minuscule amount being missing from the coin payments transaction, which is fantastic. And now all we need to do is enter in our password, which I will do now. All right, and we will send this smart. And there we have it. So now all we have to do is wait until we are redirected, which takes no time at all, literally less time than it takes to say a sentence, which is awesome. So now all that we need to do is wait for this transaction to confirm. So we will head back over to our coin payment screen and wait for that to happen. And momentarily I will join with you again. But for now, hang on 1 second and we will wait for this to confirm. And voila, we are back, and you can see that the invoice is indeed paid. Pending confirms before timeout. What I did is I went ahead and opened up some information over at Coin Payments to get a better idea as to how many confirmations are required. And ultimately, 10 block confirmations are required before the payment is considered final. So really, it's just a matter of waiting as long as you sent the correct amount to the correct address. Literally, it took under 10 minutes, which is fantastic considering how new and exciting this technology is. So let's close out this window, take a gander again at our paid status. So thank you to SmartCash, and a big thank you and sentiment of support to WikiLeaks, certainly. And maybe you don't want to purchase something from the WikiLeaks shop, maybe you just want to donate directly to their cause. There are plenty of options for doing so. Now SmartCash currently, unfortunately, is not a method for donating to WikiLeaks, but that is something that is being actively explored. And given the fact that SmartCash has what's known as recurring payments, a system by which you can send periodic payments so long as you have enough SmartCash in your wallet without having to do so manually. It's a fantastic fit for recurring donations to WikiLeaks to support the freedom of speech and freedom of press all around the world. Again, a big thank you to SmartCash for supporting this episode and for facilitating this transaction and for supporting WikiLeaks in general. Truly, this is something we all benefit from, and if it's something that you want to support as well, check out WikiLeaks, check out SmartCash. They're on really the right side of history, the side that supports human freedom, ingenuity, and freedom of expression. So with all that said, thank you so much for tuning in today. Check the links below in the description to get more information, not only about all of SmartCash, but about those recurring payments we talked about. You can get some great info there. Thanks again. My name is Paul. We are Cryptide, and remember, the tide is rising, as hopefully is the global sentiment and preference for human freedom.